Hi, and welcome to episode number 16 of Get Involved Pittsburgh here on PCTV 21 and 47 in the city. My name is Tom Baker. I'm your host of Get Involved Pittsburgh. We really appreciate all of our viewers, both on TV, online. There's a lot of ways to watch our episodes, and we appreciate everyone that tunes in and enjoys the program. This is episode number 16, and it's about a record-breaking year for Big Brothers Big Sisters here in Greater Pittsburgh. I'm the Chief Community Affairs Officer for the organization, previously served as the Vice President of Programs. And BBBS is actually the first thing that I got involved with when I graduated from college. I got involved as a 22-year-old, just had come out of Millersville University out in Lancaster County. I got matched up with my little brother Preston, who was 10 at the time, came up to my waist. And I'm very proud that now 11 years later, Preston is a junior at Franklin and Marshall College. I just saw his college apartment a couple weeks ago. He is doing very well at Franklin and Marshall, doing well in school, playing college soccer. Got to cheer him on this fall as he shut out the Muhlenberg Mules in his soccer games. So Preston is just doing great, and I feel very lucky and feel very fortunate to get to work for the organization that I love. A lot of core of what Get Involved is really about is finding what you're passionate about, finding about what you would do if money didn't matter. If somebody in your life hit the lottery, gave you all the money in the world, you never had to work another day in your life, what are the causes, the missions, the organizations, the things that you would fight for if money didn't matter? So I'm a big proponent of finding those kind of careers, working in the doing good sector. There's so many jobs here, especially in our region in Pittsburgh, in the nonprofit world. So we've got some great guests on our show today. Trisha Hyatt's going to be our first guest in just a minute. We have Mark Bazilla, who's a big brother with us, Stephanie Hart, who's a big sister, Eddie Barry, who's a big brother and the co-chair of our Male Recruitment Advisory Board, and also Mandy Sable, who is the director of our site-based program. So we've got 5 great guests here for episode number 16 of Get Involved Pittsburgh, a record-breaking year for Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's record-breaking because the agency served 1,220 children. It was the most that the Big Brothers Big Sisters has ever served in our 47-year history, so it was a great year. Last summer, we were also named the National Agency of the Year for all the Big Brothers Big Sisters, over 350 total in the country. Big Brothers Big Sisters was ranked number 1 for the length and strength of our matches, the metrics related to our 1,200 plus matches, also the financials. A lot of that came together to enable us to be the Agency of the Year. So for anyone watching at home that would want to learn more about Big Brothers Big Sisters, they can just check us out at bbbspgh.org. That's our Facebook account. That's our Twitter account. There's a lot of ways to learn how you can become involved with the record-breaking and Agency of the Year Big Brothers Big Sisters. So our first guest today is Trisha Hyatt, a longtime friend. Trisha, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. We became friends in your former Coro and Regional Internship Center days. Where's your career taken to you in the city now, though? I think you're with the University of Pittsburgh?
Right, I work in career services and employer development.
Great. And is that for the school as a whole or within a certain department?
I work with engineering, computer science, information science students specifically.
Great. And you were previously with Cora and the Regional Internship Center. You were actually my DJ a couple times when I was doing some karaoke events together. So we've had a lot of fun together over the years. We've had a lot of fun together, though, through Big Brothers Big Sisters. And you've been a big for a number of years now with your little sister, Cheyenne. How many years have you been involved with the program?
A little over 3 years now.
Great. And how's your match going?
It's going great. Cheyenne just turned 13 last Saturday, so she's officially a teenager.
That's a really easy age, right? No,
it's not so bad so far.
Okay, that's good.
She's really good.
That's very good. Good. So what are some things that you and Cheyenne like to do together?
We like to do a lot of different things. She's a really girly girl, so we've gone and gotten manicures, pedicures. We've hung out and just watched movies. We've gone ice skating, bowling, gone to see different shows, just a number of different things. I think one of our favorite things to do in the summer whenever it's nice is to go to the park and go bike riding. So we just do fun stuff. A lot of times it's free stuff, just like going to the park and riding a bike, or just going for walks in the park. So
that's a big thing we share with mentors too. It doesn't always have to be Dave & Buster's or the Carnegie Science Center. A lot of times those best outings can actually be when you just kind of hang out together and spend time, one-on-one, just walking through the park, playing sports, all that kind of good stuff. How did you decide to get involved with Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Just through hearing about it for so long. Whenever I first became aware of the program, I thought it was really great and thought, I don't have time for that. And then just after hearing about it and hearing about all the positive stories that you've told, over the years, I thought, you know what, I really want to get involved. So it took a while for me to figure it out that I could make time for it. But once I did, I was really glad that I did.
Yeah. How often do you get together and kind of from your perspective, what's the commitment been to hanging out with Cheyenne?
Sure. Well, whenever you first start, it's twice a month, 3 to 5 hours at a time, pretty much every other week. Since I've started grad school, we've cut it down to about once a month. Some months it's once a month, other times it is just the regular every other week. So it's a little bit less right now until I adjust, going back to school, but it's, we keep in touch pretty often, so. Right.
The nice thing too is, as mentors, oftentimes we learn as much from our littles probably as they learn from us. So are there things maybe over the last 3 years that you've learned from Cheyenne that have significantly affected your life?
Sure. I mean, not to be so serious, whenever we first were matched, she was 9, and so I had no experience with a 9-year-old. And I had no idea how to interact and really just learning how to have fun again and not being so serious all the time. So she's helped me with that a lot.
Cut loose a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Have some fun. That's good. One of the interesting things, we all went on a bus together actually a couple of years back, and Cheyenne and you got to be part of the inauguration for the governor. That was a fun road trip. So we tried to provide a lot of resources as well. Have you and Cheyenne taken advantage of tickets and kind of free opportunities like that, or picnics, all that kind of good stuff?
Yeah, we've always gone to, we're in Washington County, so we've always gone to the Washington County Christmas parties. We had tickets for the Nutcracker one year, but we had a bad snowstorm, so we couldn't go. But there's always different events like pirate games. I can't even think of all the ticket opportunities that are available on a consistent basis, and just things like, I think this Friday there's a movie night.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a good time. We're seeing Hotel Transylvania. Mike Rethridge, who's a past guest of this show, and his little brother Davey are actually the hosts of the event. So we're going to have a little Hotel Transylvania party on Friday night. It should be pretty cool.
Yeah, so just really different things like that I think is really great the organization provides. It's not always, fun outings like, the Nutcracker,
right.
But it could be little things like the movie night or different things like that as well. So it's really good.
That's great. What are some of the things that you talk about when you guys are just, nothing too, personal, but what are some of the things that, when you're just kind of hanging out? What comes up when you're hanging out with a 9-year-old and now that she's 13?
Yeah, it's definitely, conversations have changed from, friends and nail polish colors to boys into, some girl troubles. I think that all 13, 14, 15-year-old girls go through. Just different things like what she wants to be whenever she grows up. That changes sometimes, and talking about getting good grades, how it's not fun to study whenever you're 13 and have a ton of friends. I always try to instill that it's important to keep studying and to keep getting good grades because she wants to get scholarships and go into college. So that's great.
I was picking on you a little bit before you got on set, but you're actually a 3-time winner of our Celebrate Coalitions event. We've got some other honorees here that are going to be on the show in a little bit. But first year you won for Community Partner of the Year with Coro, I believe. Second year you were the Washington County Board Member of the Year, and last year you were the Big Speakers Bureau Member of the Year. So congratulations on the three-peat. You got to join some more, I guess, committees within BBBS. No, but you've been just a great volunteer. Congratulations on all the good things that you've been doing. With the Big Speakers Bureau, what kind of stuff do you do with that?
You attend trainings on Saturdays or in the evening after work and talk to new volunteers. So people who are just going through the training and haven't been matched yet. And it's always fun because they always have really good questions about, what is it like? Is it too much of a time commitment? What do you do when this happens or that happens? So it's fun to be able to help provide answers to those questions that, I'm sure I had whenever I was deciding on being a big and being able to give that kind of just as little answers that they have from someone who's been through it.
Great. Before I let you go and we get on to our next guest, Mark Bazilla, I need to know favorite outing in the last 3 years, maybe the most enjoyable thing that you and Cheyenne have done over the 3 years.
We haven't done it in a little while, and we'll have to get back to doing it, but we're both really big animal lovers, so I think both of our favorite times is whenever we go and volunteer at the Washington County Humane Society. Right. We haven't done it in a little while, but we go up to the cat haven, I think they call it, and clean litter boxes, which is kind of gross, but we're able to see all the cats that need adopted, and it's fun for her to volunteer too and to know what volunteering means. Right. So we love doing that, and I think it's always fun to just do different things like that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That instilling in children. I think about my parents; they instilled in me at a very young age, a need to do volunteer work, to stay involved, to stay active. And I think the work that you're doing with Cheyenne to showcase that to her, that volunteering can be kind of fun, even when you're doing things that aren't so glamorous. That's really great. As a role model, that's terrific.
We think it's fun.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, Trisha Hyatt, thanks for being on the show. Congratulations on all the good work you've been doing with BBBS over the last 3 years. And here's to another great 3 or 4 years in the program, at least, right?
Thanks, Tom.
Okay, thanks, Trisha. That was Trisha Hyatt, our first guest here on episode number 16 of Get Involved Pittsburgh on PCTV. We'll be back in just a minute with Mark Bazilla from PNC, who's also an active big brother with the program. Again, I'm Tom Baker. I'm really proud to host this Jefferson Award-winning television show. It's always great to bring on great guests, just people that are really making a difference in our community. I want to thank my guests from episode number 5, Eddie Berry, Stephanie Hart, Mark Bazilla. We just had a great time. Andy Sable was here as well, and Trisha Hyatt. It was a great, terrific cast of people that really are making a difference in Pittsburgh. Our phrase in our slogan with Big Brothers, Big Sisters is start something. And there's so many ways for you watching at home or online to start something with Big Brothers, Big Sisters. That can be as a volunteer, that can be getting a Bowl for Kids' Sake team, that can be being an advocate for us and getting the word out. There's a lot of ways to help. Any parents that are watching at home too, I would encourage you, if you have 6 to 13-year-olds that you think would be a good fit for the program or just interested in learning more about Big Brothers, Big Sisters, give our office a call. 412-363-6100 is our number. Our website is just www.bbbspgh.org. Again, it's bbbspgh.org. If you want to start something with Big Brothers, Big Sisters in all the variety of ways that our guests today have talked about, please definitely feel free to give us a call. Follow us on Twitter, bbbspgh.org. Same with Facebook. Please feel free to keep in touch with us. There's always a way, though, to start something with Big Brothers, Big Sisters. We're really proud to be the National Agency of the Year. 2012 was a great year. It was a record-setting year. 1,222 children that were served through our program, through the great work that Mandy does with her site-based team, through the volunteer work that Eddie, Trisha, Steph, and Mark do as volunteers with our program. That's really what it's all about. I feel very lucky to get to work for the organization that I care about so much. We've been around here for 47 years, coming up on 48 years in the community in Pittsburgh, and I feel really lucky that for now 11 plus years on a personal level I've been involved with Big Brothers, Big Sisters. It's just a great organization. So check out the website, bbbspgh.org. Figure out how you can get involved with Big Brothers, Big Sisters and start something in 2013. Thanks again for tuning in to Get Involved Pittsburgh, episode number 16. Our website for Get Involved is getinvolvedinc.org. Always a lot of great events going on with our organization, and we'll hope to see you next time on Get Involved Pittsburgh.